people. So, this this is the Mini 14. All right. Now, I see all kinds of people online trying to compare this to the AR, right? Stop. It's two different things. It's totally two different things, okay? I've changed the stock on this, of course, and this is the new model, the 5.8. Uh, and this one is chambered in 5.56, right? It's not chambered in 223. I don't know if you can read it on there. Probably not. Anyway, yeah. It's, well, I don't know, man. Can you really? It should be. I hear. See it? Anyway, what that does is it doesn't really matter that much. It's just 5.56. It has got more gas pressure than the 223. All right. Now, I see people on there all the time, and they got these old 180 series or, even things older than that. And they're trying to compare it, and they're saying, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't mount a red dot." And well, they're kind of wrong. I'm not on those older rifles, but on the newer ones, you have all the advantages here, except this is wood and steel, and it's not plastic and aluminum. All right. It's a different operating system. Everybody understands it. It's very similar to the M1 Grand or the Mini or the M14. Now, when I got out of the military, okay, my first M14 or Mini 14 that I bought was probably back somewhere around 84, 85, and it was an old 180 series, and everything people say is absolutely the truth. You couldn't mount a scope on it. It had a pencil thin barrel, and you can see this one doesn't. All right. And, it had a 5-round clip in it because that's all Bill Ruger would sell it in. And you had to buy aftermarket magazines, and they didn't work all that well. But then, I don't know, about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I bought a more modern Mini 14, and it was chambered in 223. Now, it had, if you can look, see this cut right here and right here. It had those on there, and that's a game changer because what that did was you could put proprietary rings on that come with the rifle, actually, and it's great. Okay, so you could put a scope on it. Now, that was still before everybody was putting red dots and stuff. And I do not put a red dot on this. I actually have I took it off because, for this here video, but I use a 1x8. All right. Uh, LOV, right? But anyway, uh, so there, but the newer ones, they come with little screws in here. All right. And mine weren't in; they were just in a baggie, and it came with this rail and the screws for the rail. So if you want to put a red dot on it, you can put a red dot on it. Okay. So I mean, for anybody that's just a normal person that wants to go out and shoot and have fun, all right, and is not throwing their magazines in the dirt and all that good shit, doing the bunny hop, wearing leotards and chest plates, and come on, man, we're civilians, okay? I did enough of that crap when I was in the service. I'm not gonna do it now. As it comes out of the box, sights, yeah, they're pretty good, all right, and I really like the fact that I can use the iron sights with the Picatinny rail here thing put on it. Okay. Now everybody talks about, yeah, it's top. It ejects through the top, and yes, it does. That's why you have a special, all right, thing here. So the everybody talks about things that don't matter. All right. Now this one came with a beautiful wood stock. I didn't like it. I wanted the cheek riser because I intend on shooting it with this. Well, I do shoot it with the scope. See, and it's got the right here. Why blue? Oh, that's great. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Because I like blue. This one here is a scout rifle, as you can tell, chambered in 308. It's got 1x7, you know, long eye relief scope on it. So when I bought the stock for this one, I got it to match. I like it, right? Now, what people fail to understand, right, is this whole hype about the M4, AR fit. It's all the same thing. It's just updated versions, okay? When I was in the service, I carried a M16A1 with a little triangle guard up there in the front. We didn't have scopes or anything like that. And then they changed it to M16A2. Then they changed it to, they call it the M. It's the same rifle. All right, they just play with the gas tube and a shorter barrel. It's still a direct gas impingement rifle. Now, if that's what you want, go buy it. But the Mini 14 is exactly the same. Ruger has updated this as it went along. Now, the only real thing that I've done besides putting a leather sling on it, and here's your one point that I don't like, okay? It's a true 1 inch, so it's real hard to find slings. SKS slings work great, all right? Because it just, up here in the front, see it? So it's kind of hard to find a good rifle sling. I like the platform. It's fun. And look, I don't want to be like everybody else. There's two guns out there that I will never buy. I will never buy an AR, right? I'm not going to do it. I was in the military. I don't need to get into that crowd. And I'll never buy a Glock. Why? Glocks are way overpriced for what they are. I have far better pistols that aren't Glocks. But everybody talks about the accuracy. Now I'm going to really make a lot of people mad. What do I shoot? Well, I shoot these things. What is this? Most people will know this is 5.56 by 45. It's a M855, 62 grain, and yeah, you got it, green tip. This is kind of like what the military shoots. Well, not anymore because they've shortened their stuff so bad. They've changed it to M855A or something like that. And it's a hotter burning cartridge. But my experience with this round, folks, is this round is truly, I would say 2.5 is the best. 2.5. I've heard other people say 3 MOA. All right. So, unless you are shooting really, really expensive ammo, okay, I guess you could lower the hitting power to 55 grains and you could switch to a 223 caliber, a little bit less gas pressure. I mean, your accuracy is what it's going to be, but you have to understand there are some fine AR platforms out there, really nice rifles, okay? But most people don't have them. What you have is a garbage rod, all right? It's just a mass produced knockoff of a military rifle, okay? It's the barrel twist is going to be all wrong on it for the ammo you're shooting and the whole 9 yards, okay? But so you can't really compare this platform to that platform. Yeah, they do similar things. The other thing that I really don't like is I hate that plastic handguard that they put on it from the factory to cover this rail. I think the rail looks really good. And I don't like it because, not because of that. That's one of the reasons, guarantee you. But this is a hot running system, okay? This is a gas block and long piston. So your gas block is up here. All right, so this part of the rifle is going to get warm. So as many vents as I can get up here, the better. All right, but whoa, what happened, Mutter? I did something. Oh, there it is. Still recording. That must be what I did that one day. But yeah, I just watched this guy. I think he was from Canada. He was on there, and he's bad mouthing the Mini 14, and it don't do this, it don't do that, and everybody complains about this stuff up here. But buy a newer rifle. Okay, it's just like the AR platform. It has evolved over the years. So's the Mini 14. For my purposes, this is great. And look, if you're broke, don't buy this platform. It shoots best with, Ruger magazines. I don't know how many of these I bought, but it was pricey. They're like $55 a pop, man. And it's not a $5 plastic magazine that you're going to get from those. People talk about the rocker thing. They don't like how the magazine rocks in. Then don't buy the rifle. Grow up. There's plenty of other rifles out there where the magazines rock in. But really, for field stripping, this thing is great. This thing here pops out, comes right out. You pull it out. You don't have to tear it all apart all the time to clean it. But yeah, things that everybody else seems to think, yeah, you can't put a light on it. Yeah, who the hell wants to put a light on my rifle? What for? What are you going to do? You going to hunt something at night? No. Somebody breaks into your house, you're going to shoot them with a pistol or a shotgun like me. I'm like, hello? I mean, everybody thinks you're going to fight World War III in your living room, right? The zombie apocalypse or something. And that's fine. I mean, if you want to do that stuff, throw your magazines in the ground, be tactical, wear a bulletproof vest and plate armor and chest rigs just to go to the range and pop off rounds, more power to you. I'm just a little bit too old for that kind of stuff. But like I said, I mean, they have it's steadily the Mini 14. It's evolving. It's getting better. They're putting things on it that you actually want to have on the rifle. It's beautiful because when you put it on there, especially when you use one of these scopes like this, you've got just the perfect spot to put it on. It does not interfere with anything down here. So but that's what I'm saying. Stop trying to compare this to an AR. They're totally two different things. Okay? And it's like I said, most people out there, they don't have a good AR. They're going to think they do because it's an AR, and people have this love affair with the AR. But my personal opinion on the AR platform is not that great. I'm like, yeah. I think we all carried it when we were in the service. And if you enjoyed it, good for you. All right. I think what the problem is, why it got so popular, is you had the assault weapons ban going on there for years. And then when they lifted that, you had a bunch of wannabe soldiers, and everybody went out and bought the AR. And then you have all these people prepping them online, AR this, AR that. And people got all their tactical stuff for the AR. And if you're into that, that's fine. More power to you. But the problem with that is the American gun industry has been slowed down tremendously by the Glock and by the AR. Everybody goes out and buys a Glock and an AR, and you give the libtards something to hate, the AR. And why would that be? They know that it's ridiculous, but if you can ban that one firearm, you're taking 25% of the guns off the street instantly. Think about that, right? And it's funny because this will do everything an AR will do. Does it a little bit different. I mean, it's And people talk about this being open. So what? The M1 Grand, Mini 14, or the M14, they all had the same type of operating system. You learn to live with it. But like I said, if they can get that one rifle, they're getting 25% of the guns in America off the street. And it slowed down the gun industry because everybody wanted to buy an AR-15. So research and development, in my opinion, on American weapons has really slowed down because of the AR platform. It appears now that people are, well, I don't know if they're getting over it or not, but the AR craze, geez, you can buy an AR anymore for $400. I mean, just, yeah. At Atwood and Academy, well, Academy doesn't sell them anymore, but they did, right? But Atwood and places like this, and Palmetto State Arms, you can pick up one of those AR garbage rods for $400, under 500. All right, so it's if that's what you're going to do, but I just don't want to follow the crowd. Like I said, there's just different things that I choose to spend my money on. And yeah, I'm an old man. I'm not going to jump around. I'm not throwing my magazines in the dirt. I wasn't taught that in the military. If they teach that nowadays in the military, that's ridiculous. But whatever. But there's people out there. You got to understand everybody's opinion is different, okay? You have all these guys out there and they're preaching this tactical stuff. I see guys going to the gun range wearing a freaking armored helmet. Why? Is that paper target gonna shoot back at you? And chest plates and body armor and good Lord, it's tiring to watch these people. But anyway, like I said, if you're looking for a platform, this is excellent if you got a little bit of money. This is not something that a broke person needs to buy because it's not a cheap weapon. All right, the rifle itself is expensive. Tricking it out the way you want, the magazines, it's all expensive. Okay, but if you want something that's going to work really well and look cool, in my opinion, without jumping around in skinny jeans and helmets and breastplates and throwing your shit in the dirt, this could be a rifle for you. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I just saw another video. That's why I wanted to make this. Anyway, God bless people.